Hi, I'm Skyler. Welcome to AgamidCG, and today is day 13 of my 30-day sculpting challenge. The prompt for today is a female torso. Since yesterday I worked on a male torso study, I thought it would be fitting and honestly necessary to work on a female torso study. Last time I did anything like this was in my How to Create a Game Character from Scratch series, and like any artist looking back on previous works, it looked pretty rough. So I don't know. Have I gotten better, or have I just created some monster torso? Let's find out. This time, instead of using my usual start from a sphere and treat it like clay approach, I tried working with separate meshes, more like what I did with the orchid mantis. I built up the body in two main sections so I could establish the hourglass shape. And then I added some leg stumps to help with the proportions. And I did add arms this time. Now, I know this is supposed to be a torso study, but last time I really did struggle with the neck, mostly because I didn't give myself enough neck. I also wanted to try a different head construction method closer to something like the Loomis method. So I started with a sphere, chopped off the sides, added a cylinder for the jaw, shaped that, and then added another cylinder for the neck. Honestly, this felt way more accurate than pulling a face straight out of a sphere. I think it helps me avoid getting lost with head depth, and it prevents accidental handsome Squidward situations. Once that was in, I Z-remeshed the body so I could start shaping things more intentionally. Overall, this sculpt involved a lot of reference checking, and I honestly don't know if I should pause when I realize I'm about to stare at a reference for 10 minutes straight, but here we are. I started working on the back, which was immediately difficult. Feminine forms can be really soft, especially when the figure isn't ripped, and compared to masculine anatomy, it's very easy for me to make everything look blobby. I tried adding some volume around the scapula just to give myself something to anchor the forms to. Then onto the butt. We're gonna spend a lot of time here. Moving on to the front of the body, I leaned onto the bony landmarks, starting with my go-to, the clavicle. I had a lot of trouble building up the abdomen because the references I was using didn't have super defined abs like the male torso did. Everything is much subtler, and it made it hard to know when to stop. Then I finally moved on to the area that I've been avoiding for the last 30 minutes, the breasts. I never get this area right. I've looked at so many diagrams, so much reference, spent a lot of time looking at reference. I understand the theory, they're like water balloons. Gravity does its thing, blah, 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 blah. But it's still very difficult. After about 10 minutes of turning spheres into cubes, I moved on to the shoulders and arms. Here I really tried to keep the muscle definition soft and not super jacked. As usual, I still struggled with the armpit area. Then I merged into legs, and I had a lot of trouble with the pelvis region. Not so much the bony anatomy, but how the legs intersect with the torso and how the fat and volume behave there. I jumped back and forth for a bit, trying to improve things without completely destroying the sculpt. And of course, I destroyed the butt. That didn't sound great. Eventually, I managed to fix it. You really have to check the back and side views constantly to make sure the volume is sitting in the right places. I added some light muscle definition to the legs just to help everything blend together. I'm not really counting the legs here, this was mostly just about getting the torso right. In my final minute, I tried to clean up the armpit area, and then time was up. But I really couldn't live with the cube boobs, so I cheated a little bit and I spent another 5 minutes trying to clean it up. In the end, it's not amazing and it's definitely not memorable, but it's definitely a female torso. And I'm proud of what I accomplished here. The forms are mostly soft, it's definitely out of proportion, and someone with a trained eye can totally spot the issues here, but compared to what I created before, it's definitely an improvement. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any ideas for things I should sculpt next or feedback, throw it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on day 14.